Hello everyone and welcome to another video about Linux. This time I'm going to start a series where I'm going to install my Hyprland and Noctalia V5 configuration on every possible distribution out there. We're going to start with Arch Linux now, and I'll start this in a virtual machine. I'm going to give it 8500 MB of RAM and 8 cores of CPU. I'll do 50 gigs of storage and finish. The reason why we need 50 gigs is because Noctalia and Noctalia Greeter need to compile in order to install. Okay, I'll do installation with Arch install. I'm going to speed run this installation. Partition swap bootloader, we don't need anything. Authentication, user account, profile, we'll go with minimal. Applications, I'm going to install some fonts, and yeah, copy network configuration, and done. I'll see you after the install. Okay, the installation is completed. I'll just reboot my system. Login, and we are here. Now I'll install some packages from Pacman first, which are get, cmake, make, Nautilus, Firefox, Hyprland, and okay, I'll just fast forward this for you guys. Okay, now what I'll do is install EA first. So it's git clone https or.archlinux.org/yay.git cd yay make package si. I forgot base devil. I'll just do sudo pacman s base devil. And I'll do make package now. Now I'll do yeah. Okay, I'll just go to the default folder with cd yay s noctalia git for the v5 version and noctalia greeter git. Now I'll see you after this installation is done. It will take some time to compile. Okay, the installation is completed. Now I'll just clone my repository, but before doing that I'll just install NeoVim as my code editor because I'm more comfortable with it. You can use nano. I'll do sudo nvim /etc/ greedy and config.toml. Here I'll change it to user. I just call it user. Okay, bin noctalia greeter session. That is done. Now I'll clone my repository which has my Hyprland and Noctalia settings. That will be github.com/thatmacguy/hypernix hyprland.git. Okay, I'll cd into my hypernix folder and I'll ls to check my files. I'll copy this hyper folder too with the R flag. Now I'll copy this to .config. Now I'll cd into .config and hyper, where before that I'll do mkdir -p .local state Noctalia. This is where Noctalia settings will be saved after running Noctalia. Now I'll do copy settings.toml from this hyper folder to .local state Noctalia, and now I'll just reboot. Now before rebooting, there's one thing we need to do. I'll have to set a graphical target, so that is done with sudo systemctl set default graphical dot target, and another thing is sudo systemctl enable greet to enable our display manager. Now that is Noctalia greeter in this case, and I'll just reboot now. Now we should enter into Noctalia greeter, and we did. Now password, as you can see, we are already entered Noctalia greeter with my settings. This is how my settings look like by default. So I have my workspaces here. There's a menu here which you can't see the symbol for, and then we have my stats, then notifications, music player, power profiles, clock, calendar, caffeine, Wi-Fi, network speed, clipboard, notes, and then we have my sound. There's also a brightness indicator and battery there, and then we have power menu. Okay, now super D is for the menu, super enter is for the terminal, which we did not install, so you can just press Ctrl Alt F3 for the TTY or Ctrl Alt F1, whatever. I'll do sudo pacman as kitty here, install kitty, and I'll do Ctrl Alt F1 to go back. Now we have kitty here, which just works. I'll do fast fetch just because you guys are obsessed with fast fetch. Okay. Oh, there's no fast fetch. Sudo pacman as fast fetch. Okay. And fast fetch. As you can see, we have installed Arch Linux on my system. Yes, I know the display resolution is a bit wanky because I have a 16:10 ratio resolution on my PC. Now if you want, you can just grab these files from my GitHub repository. You will have keybinds. You can do super D for menu, super enter for kitty, super Q to close, super shift T for btop. We don't have btop installed, so I'll install btop. Okay, super shift T for btop, super T to make it floating, super T again to tile it again, control. Okay, I'll just quit the btop. Super E for file explorer, which is Nautilus. Now one thing we have to do is, as you can see, the directories aren't present here, so I'll do xgg user dirs update course. You will have all the directories there. Now this is what your default configuration look like. Super C to center your window, I've added that too. Then we have super tab to cycle between workspaces. It's a bit janky because it's on a virtual machine. Then you have all the settings here: home, media, audio, monitor, system, network, power, and everything entirely customizable. These are my settings. If you want to change the settings, you can change it later on. As you can see, we are using 819 megabytes of RAM, which is quite low, but if you have seen in my previous video about Arch Linux and i3, it is double or more than double the RAM i3 was using on Arch Linux. And I have my blurs enabled, so just change your rules or change keybinds if you want in the Hyper folder, and you're good to go. Thank you for watching this video, and next time I'll be installing my setup on Fedora. With the Fedora everything installed. Be sure to like, share and subscribe to this video and comment how your install goes. Thank you for watching.